Good afternoon, Blind Prime here. Welcome to More Than Meets the Eye, and I am your host. Today we're going to be looking at Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Dinobot in his Velociraptor mode. Here the Velociraptor mode is in front of me, and all of its Velociraptor glory. I do wish it was feathered. You know, ever since we heard about dinosaurs being feathered, I've been wanting like a feathered dinosaur collectible or something to just pop up. You know, Jurassic Park. You know, if Michael Crichton was still alive after it came out that dinosaurs actually had feathers, you know he would have changed the Jurassic Park books. He would have forced that to happen because that was how he was. He was a hard science fiction writer, and that would have messed with him if he was still alive. That would have messed with him hardcore, that there were feathers on dinosaurs, and he got that bit wrong because he didn't like getting things wrong when it came to hard science fiction. The guy did a lot of research. Read any of his books. I mean, other than Jurassic Park, you've got there's so many, and each of them is in depth and really, at the end of the book, you believe that this could happen in our time and day. You believe that it can because he explains it so well. The world of writing lost a good one when Michael Crichton passed away years ago, and that's all I'm going to say on it. And I wish he had gotten to finish his series about super people. That was cool. Okay, so other than the thoughts on not being feathered, this Velociraptor is pretty good. I do wish I had a 1/12 scale Grant, so Grant and the Velociraptor could have a fight. Isn't it bad that the only dinosaur movie people really associate with is Jurassic Park? And it's amazing, out of all the times that we've ever done any movies on, just haven't done another real dinosaur movie. Jurassic Park was it, and then you had that 3D animated dinosaurs movie, which did okay, but it's just one of those. Do they have the trademark for dinosaurs in modern day society or something? Why hasn't anybody else tried that? Kids love dinosaurs, but nobody else has tried any sort of modern day dinosaur like movie. It's weird. And that newest Jurassic Park movie or Jurassic World movie brought out some really cool things. Like the dinosaurs were all over the world, and they really kind of covered some stupid stuff in that movie when you compare to the fact like the entire world's covered in dinosaurs and there's brontosauruses walking around lumber yards. I'm sitting there going, wait, so is Fred Flintstone going to go to a brontosaurus now? Are we going to get Fred Flintstone in this movie going to his job at the quarry using brontosauruses? That would have been kind of funny. I think that would have been neat. And then the thought happened, like, was that Jurassic World movie just a prequel to the Flintstones? Like, is that what happened before the Flintstones? Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. So let's talk about Dinobot here in his Raptor mode. It's a decent Raptor mode. This was a decent transformation if you watched my video, Blindformers. The Raptor mode itself doesn't really have any visible siege ports. It does have two, one on the bottom of each foot, but that is it. Siege port wise, he doesn't even have a peg in his mouth. Let's get his mouth open. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. It's like a cat, but the cat's not wanting to let go of something. You just open your mouth. Get your mouth open. There. Oh my god. He didn't want to. He has something in there he does not want to lose. No, it's empty. But there's no sort of port inside the mouth, though. The interior of the mouth does get some great sculpt work. The roof of the mouth is textured, which surprised me. The bottom of the mouth is not textured, which surprised me too. If you're going to texture the top, why didn't you texture the bottom? And I know there's no tongue in here either. Like, what? You didn't have his tongue included? But then again, he may not have had a tongue. I never really took a close look. The teeth are individually sculpted out. Very nice. Very, very rough. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead. That jaw is very tight. The hinge there is just incredibly tight. The other way, let's see. Let's check out other sorts of articulation on this guy. He's got some elbow bend. The elbows bend to 90. And his hands do have a bend in them, but they don't do anything. You can't close the fingers. It's just, you can just rest his floppy hands, or he's just walking around letting them hang. Like, it's just weird. I mean, he can actually just put them together. I think, yeah, you should be able to just put them together. Then he can be like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Yes. Okay, so the articulation in the hands is pretty good. For something like this, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, the Grimlock didn't even have this much articulation in his little hands, so that's pretty good. You got one joint that moves at a 90, you got a elbow joint that moves above a 90, and his deltoid muscles, his shoulders, can fold out pretty far. You can get a lot of movement in these little dinosaur arms, and that's pretty cool. I just wish they could hold something. Instead of just being hanging loose like that, you could have had them like hiding a siege port. That would have been cool. Then you could have a dinosaur walking around with a gun, which is, you know, some people's biggest fear. His head cannot look left or right, sadly, but it can look pretty far down because of its transformation, and it can look up. But not as far as up as you would like, I know, but it's pretty good. And there's a neat little springy spot in the neck, and they hid that with all the loose neck skin that the Raptor has, which is pretty good. Now we come down here to the legs. Because of the way that this transformation works, you lose the ability for his actual thighs to move around. His thighs are always going to be stuck in the same place. You can move his legs from the knee down, though. Ooh, isn't that exciting? Well, you can bring the thighs out, but that may mess with the transformation bits. But they do not rotate up or down. They can fold out. So I guess you can have both of his legs. Let's get that one going here. Get him in all the goofy modes possible. Yeah, you can have him both his legs like that. Yeah, he's doing the splits. That's just weird, though. So we're just not going to do that. We're not even going to mention that again. That was weird. So the knees pull in his robot. I mean, his dinosaur mode. The knees don't really pull that far. They're just always going to be sitting at a 90. And most of the articulation you're going to need comes from the dinosaur feet. You know, his robot hands. They have plenty of articulation points there, and those points are now necessary because of how restrictive the upper legs are for this Raptor mode. I don't know why they did that. That's really weird, but funny thing enough, one side I got better transformed than the other side. I couldn't fix this gap in the other side, so that's just going to happen with these side panels. I dislike that. Now, that's it, really, for articulation in this guy, and I accidentally may have untransformed him slightly. He doesn't really have anything pegging his legs in place. The sculpt work on this dude, though, is, well, it's amazing. It's not the rubberized scales that we got with the Megatron, which is a sad. They could have done it again. But they didn't. This stuff is just the hard plastic we've gotten since the War for Cybertron line came out. This good quality stuff. It's got that scale-like pattern that dinosaurs have. It's got it all over him. And like I said, I wish it was feathers. I really do wish it was feathers, but oh well. This is still pretty cool. That dinosaur pattern goes everywhere. It even included it on the sides of the thighs to help with the transformation. And yeah, it's pretty good. The tail has no sort of articulation at all. And that's it. That's really it for articulation in this guy. So let's do some little size comparisons. I brought out the... Where are you at? No. Well, okay, so here's Earthrise Skyfire. Not Skyfire, Skylynx, his space shuttle, to kind of give an idea. We can put him on top of the space shuttle, and I'll just knock the space. You just took down Skylynx. You just took down Skylynx, man. Why would you do that? I mean, yeah, I know why you would do that. But Skylynx, and his Raptor mode is definitely taller than the space shuttle mode when the space shuttle's on its little wheels, and his Raptor mode is definite. Let's see, is it longer than the Space Shuttle mode? I think it is. Because Raptor mode is also nigh impossible to have just standing up in place. Stand, Raptor mode. We're doing size comparisons. Raptor mode, thank you. Alright, so that's that. So let's see if I just set that down there and not have anything break. Excellent. Now let's grab the Siege Megatron. Here you are. Come here, Siege Megatron. Siege Megatron will be the final thing we compare sizes to. Well, actually, we got one more item. It's up here somewhere. Not you. Aha! Here is Earthrise Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. And Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. He is, yeah, definitely. This guy's taller. This guy can actually straddle the Earthrise Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. Earthrise Bumblebee, and cannot ride on his back, though. Now let's set the Earthrise Bumblebee off to the side and take a look at the Siege Megatron. Now, we're going to put the Dinobot beside the Megatron, and the Dinobot is taller than the Megatron in his beast mode. And let's see if we can get this mouth open again. Yeah, we got that mouth open. Cool. And we can just grab him. Rawr, 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 rawr. Yeah, he can just tear up this Megatron. Okay, I'm having fun with it. Alright, guys. Well, that's the... Yeah, Megatron's down. That is the Dinobot from Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom in his dinosaur mode. It's not a bad mode. It's decent, in my opinion. It's if you're a big fan of the Beast Wars, then this is going to be something for you. Personally, me, I'm not. I've mentioned that a few times now, and so it's not really the best Transformer for me. But I did get it so that I could showcase it on the show, and also, you know, if there were any Dinobot, I mean, if there was anything from Beast Wars, I'd get. It'd be the Pterodactyl, Dinobot, and Rhinox. And of course, two of those three ended up being not really the greatest in the world. But Dinobot ended up being just fine. In his beast mode may be lacking, but for the complicated transformation that's there and everything that happens with him, it is an excellent Transformer. And I'd give this beast mode a, well, a 7 out of 10. I've seen better beast modes. I've seen worse beast modes. And overall rating for this guy, when you combine everything together, yeah, he's going to get a 9. Yeah, I think as an entire package, he gets an 8 out of 10. He gets an 8 out of 10 as an entire package. At least, you know, that's my opinion. Finally, I'm going to be selling this guy to try and make some money for my channel. So if anybody wants to donate money to my YouTube channel, and I'll send you a free Dinobot, you know, that can happen. All right. Well, thank you guys and gals for watching my show today, and thank you for subscribing and sharing and liking, and please comment below and tell me, Beast Wars wise, what was your favorite character? Tell me two things. One, what was your favorite character on screen, and two, what was your favorite character in package? Like, what was your favorite toy from Beast Wars, and what was the favorite character on screen? They can be the same thing, but I mean, if you're like me, then they are not going to be the same thing. I always wanted Polar Claw to be on the show. I never put my polar bear on the show. I'd never know. All right. Till next Prime. Bye-bye for now. Oh, and next week we're going to be doing a correction video on the Braille. I got the B and C mixed up. I know. Oops. So we're going to be fixing that, and we're going to be getting to the D. So if y'all want to watch me play with the D, then show up on Monday. And I'll have the correction videos out for the B and the C tomorrow on how to correct those. I just switched them around, so I'm going to just reshoot the entire video and get that playlist down for you. I am also got a few Transformers up for next week. I'm going to be either doing Scraphook or the Origins Jazz, which honestly, you know, I've been playing with Origins Jazz. That guy, he's a lot more fun than the 86 Jazz. That's kind of surprised me, but I do like his vehicle mode. though it doesn't have any wheels. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please tune in next time. Bye-bye for now.